YONGGARY, also known as Reptilian when it was released in North America, is the 1999 or 2001 remake of the 1967 South Korean kaiju flick YONGGARY, Monster from the Deep, depending on which version of the movie you're talking about. Yeah, we'll get into that later. Now, I remember seeing this on VHS in my local video store, and being 9 years old at the time and thinking, damn, I can't wait to rent this movie. Now, thank God I didn't, because I honestly feel like it would have fucked with my childhood and left a scar I'd never recover from if I did. First and foremost, and maybe this is just a pet peeve, but the opening credits last for 3 minutes. In no movie ever do your opening credits need to be 3 minutes long. Fuck you. There. So archaeologists unearthed the remains of a giant dinosaur headed by basically a mad scientist who will stop at nothing to be famous. I love this guy. He's such an asshole and overacts or underacts in every scene he's in. I mean, it's terrible acting, but he's a great character just for that sole reason. I mean, this worker gets impaled by YONGGARY's fine tooth, and he's all...
Such a pity. Did you know that carelessness accounts for 90% of all work-related accidents?
Now, at the same time, an alien mothership appears over Earth and blasts the skeleton, reviving it and turning it into YONGGARY. Look at this thing. It looks like an unfinished PlayStation 1 cutscene. Actually, I think depending on the game, the cutscenes in certain PS1 games actually look better than this. Hell, some of the shots don't even look finished.
He's on my tail!
Wait a minute, I've seen that exact same shot in something else.
Oh, Jesus! He's right on my tail, sir!
Oh, come on! The dialogue is ass. Like total ass, and I'm not sure if that's a result of shitty actors or bad writing or both.
This can't be happening!
No! It isn't real! You're my creation! I made you!
I mean, I don't recognize any of the actors in this other than Harrison Young, who pretty much everyone knows is old Matt Damon in Saving Private Ryan. Now, he's actually a good actor, so I don't know. The director of this movie also directed the far better but still pretty crappy D-War in 2007, which also had horrible dialogue and American actors. Maybe Korean scripts just don't translate when directing American actors. Who the hell knows? But this is just bad.
It's amazing. Look at its skin.
Yeah, it looks like an After Effects project made by a hungover grad student.
Do you smell it, Doctor?
Yeah, it smells like a pile of shitty ass. Once YONGGARY makes landfall and starts attacking the city, the movie does step up a pace. And what really bothers me though is that this had the potential, if only it had been done with an actor in a monster suit. It honestly could have been ranked up there with some of the more entertaining kaiju movies if only it hadn't focused on this god-awful CGI.
Compared to this guy, Godzilla is a pussy.
Well, yeah, when you decide to rip off this. Yeah, it does.
Damn. This place is turning into a freaking prehistoric petting zoo.
An hour and a half into the movie, this fucking guy delivers the greatest death line ever.
Mr. Monster, I'd like you to meet my little friend. Barbecue this, bucko!
And flies into the monster, making it our friend all of a sudden by destroying the artifact embedded in YONGGARY's head that was allowing the aliens to control him. Yeah, I know. So the aliens who have just been watching decide fuck it and drop another monster down named Psychor to fight YONGGARY. Now, this happens an hour and 24 minutes into the movie, and the movie is only an hour and a half long. Again, if this had been done with traditional suitmation, it could have been fucking awesome. But instead, it's on par with the final fight for Mortal Kombat Annihilation. God. Believe it or not, two different versions of this film exist, and we got the better of the two. What the fuck? The original version had its premiere in 1999 at the Korean Cultural Center in Seoul. That original version used suits. Seriously. Yet critics were not friendly, so it was reshot, the story was reworked, and the effects were updated, essentially making this movie a remake of a remake. The movie I just reviewed, being the second attempt at the time, the most expensive movie ever made in Korea, is the better of the two versions. I'm sorry, I'm having a real hard time wrapping my brain around that. The original version is lost. I've scoured the internet for any clips or images or anything I can find, and nothing. The reworked version is the only version available until someone somehow unearths the original cut. No, trust me. for the sake of your sanity, just watch the original movie from 1967. Your ass is gonna start bleeding if you watch this. Just trust me on that.